Hey kiddos, so today is the final test for Unit 5 on multiplying and dividing fractions. So I just wanted to go over it. Part 1, you have just multiplying these three, A, B, and C, but then you also need to show strategies of how you did that, or even if you didn't use a strategy, you still need to be able to show how you could use a drawing or use a ratio table or use repeated addition to solve these, okay? Number 2, Laura had a toy robot, which is collection. 4/7 of her 28 robots make noise. How many of Laura's robots make noise? Show your work. So this would be you're showing your work on how to solve this problem, and then there would be an answer. And remember, the answer needs to have how many robots. That's the answer to that. John's, so I expect to see words in your answer, not just a number. John's big sister spilled ketchup on one of his homework problems. Okay, we've done something just like this. A, assuming the number in the spill is greater than 0, fill in the bubble to show what John should be able to tell for sure about the answer, even though he can't see the other number. The answer will be more than 7/4. The answer will be greater than the ketchup-covered number. The answer will be a fraction, or the answer will be less than the ketchup-covered number. Now remember the strategy, and then use that strategy here in part B to show how you know what you did was true. Okay? Next, on the second page, again, multiplying the fractions times fractions. And this one says you can use the array, a rectangular array below if you want. So you don't have to do that, but you can if you want, or if you want to show depth and complexity, that's fine. Number 5, Rose lives 3/4 of a mile from her cousin. One day she rode her bike to her cousin's house. When she got 2/5 of the way there, her bike broke down and she had to walk the rest of the way. What part of that mile did she go on her bike before it broke down? Show all of your work, then write an equation to show that shows your answer. So remember, an equation has an equal sign, an expression doesn't. So you have a spot here to show your work of showing this mile and all that, and then the equation down there. Number 6, please write neatly so it just is easier for us to grade your work. Jade says that 8 divided in half means the same thing as 1/2 of 8. So the answer is 4. Do you agree with her? So that's one question. It's either going to be yes or no. Why or why not? Then you have to write words to explain why or why not. Use numbers, labeled models, or words to explain your thinking. So prove to me that you really understand that the answer that you are choosing here. And one of the last things, 7, there is 1/3 of a pan of cornbread left. 4 children are going to share it equally. What fraction of the whole pan of cornbread did each kid get? A, write an expression to represent this problem. So remember, an expression does not have an equal sign. Use numbers and labeled sketches to solve the problem. That is right here, nice big space. Write the answer. Each child will get blank of the whole, so that's where the number goes. It takes 1/2 cup of flour to make a batch of pancakes. Curtis has 5 cups of flour. How many batches of pancakes can he make? Write an expression. Remember, it doesn't have an equal sign. And again, use numbers and labeled sketches to solve this problem. So part C, write the answer. Curtis can make blank batches of pancakes. And finally, this is on here just in case you wanted to use it for making arrays and that kind of thing. All right, so when you are done with this math test, I want you to turn it into an adult. It can be Miss Paws and me, just an adult, so that we can scan it to make sure you have been complete. Of course, before you turn it in, you should scan it to make sure that it's complete, because it really is your test and your understanding and your knowledge. And after that, after we check that off, if you would please get a poetry book from the front of the room and start reading the poetry book. That would be poems from the poetry book. Fabulous. Thank you.